Hi Cancer, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, all that. I know it's been a hot minute. I appreciate everybody's concern, and my energy's taken some pretty large hits recently, so I did take some time out to really try and balance because I was everywhere. So I'm back though, so I'm going to try get this going for us again. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the love reading for February. It's the general love reading for the sun sign of Cancer, and then if it's sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Mars also would apply here. And if this resonates, please take what resonates. What doesn't resonate, just leave it. It's for somebody else. But if you have any questions about personal readings or anything like that, the information is in the description box below. My schedule has changed drastically, so I am only, and this is important, I'm trying to stress this in each video, I am only able to read on the weekends now. For any personals, I'm only able to read on the weekends. So if I don't get to it one weekend, it would have to wait till the following weekend. There will be some times I'll be able to sporadically do it throughout the week, but I can't commit to that, and I have to try and keep as much balance as I possibly can. So please, thank you so much for being understanding. Please be understanding of that. If that's not cool with you, then that's totally cool. You don't need to request a reading. I get it. I mean, I get it. Your time's precious too. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into this and see what we come up with. The first card that I have for you is the Temperance. This is traditionally, it pops up to me as Sagittarius, so some of you could be specifically dealing with a Sagittarius in a situation. It's also a card that calls for moderation in all things. Some of you may be in a position or have been in a position of trying to draw some balance back into your life about something. It could be that things felt like they were spiraling out of control, but now it feels like you're starting to get a grip on the balance of it. Or somebody is, perhaps there's a fire sign in your circle that is, but there's an immense amount of effort and energy that goes into this, but it's a beautiful balancing card here. It's somebody who's standing like in their strength, so that's definitely very positive. The next card that we have is the Two of Pentacles. Again, I'm getting a balancing feeling with this rather than like juggling. I feel like it's more like, if it's juggling, it's more like juggling between things such as work and relationship or something along those lines. There's a difficulty or an imbalance. It literally could be an imbalance between two people in a relationship too. It could be that somebody is giving way more to the relationship than somebody else is. And there's a call for balance here. But somebody has begun that balancing process. I feel like that could even be you, Cancer, that balance coming in from an inner space is what I get with this Temperance. It's somebody who's kind of pulling themselves into balance. They're doing it of their own, own volition, not necessarily from somebody else. So that could be what's happening here. Then the next card that we have here is the Knight of Swords. So there is a response to this. I feel like this shift in energy, this balance or rebalancing happens, and it throws somebody off because there is a shift in energy here. This feels like a little bit of panicky, like I might need to charge after somebody energy. It feels almost like, somebody's coming in hot. Either they're upset about something and it's like they're coming at you. Either something upsets them or startles them, or they're reacting and feeling like they have to chase. It could be something like that. But there is a reaction to this rebalancing that's going on. It could even be that somebody's issuing an ultimatum. Maybe somebody laid down literally an ultimatum and said it's this or that. And this is somebody reacting to that. But then the next card that we have here is the Hermit. So I don't know, you may be dealing with a Virgo perhaps, or it could be, again, there's Sagittarius here. There's definite fire energy because you've got this Queen of Wands, but then you have the Two of Pentacles. Some of you may have different parties involved too, but this Hermit comes in as somebody who's really doing some introspection. And again, I don't think it's accidental that we begin this first row with the Major Arcana and then we end this first row with the Major Arcana. I do believe that there is balance and introspection going on specifically with you, Cancer, where there is some real internal work taking place. And it's like manifestation work. It's work that is really digging to find what it is that truly brings you happiness and peace, and that overall spiritual perhaps well-being. I don't know, there's something deeper going on, because this Hermit is definitely solitude, but it's deep solitude, like introspection, really, really digging deep. It's dark here, you know, it's really digging deep into the depths, I feel like. And so somebody's really doing a lot of thinking, and perhaps again that is what sparks this reaction. But then underneath this Temperance card, we have the Nine of Cups, which is that wish card again. So again, it's that energy of manifestation. Something is being brought into, there's an energy of bringing a wish to fruition here. Something, you know, there's an immense amount of manifestation energy going on, because I feel like somebody is making a life-changing decision perhaps. But this Nine of Cups is saying that that energy is very powerful, positive energy. And it's right underneath this Temperance, so it's a reminder of maintaining that balance and standing in your truth. I definitely feel like this is you for sure, because that's definitely that water energy. And then underneath this Two of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Wands. So again, I get a lot of fire energy in this. Some of you may be dealing with fire signs, or somebody who has a lot of fire in their chart. This Queen of Wands is a very passionate and alluring energy. She's also highly like community oriented and looks at the bigger picture of things a lot of the time. Somebody really could be feeling, perhaps somebody's feeling like you're slightly out of range, like they can't quite grasp all of you. Perhaps there's some part of you that remains free and wild from them perhaps, and that's what is so alluring, but it also creates an imbalance in the relationship perhaps, or somebody's frustrated about that. I also feel like for some of you there may literally be a three-party situation going on between maybe a Virgo perhaps, and a Sagittarius, or a different fire sign, because this Two of Pentacles lines up here too, so somebody could be juggling. And this Knight of Swords right under that could perhaps be this, because there's an Ace of Swords directly under this Knight of Swords. This is a very quick and logical energy. It's like severed from emotion. It's kind of cutting something to the quick. So somebody speaks very, very freely, and truth. Like the truth comes out here with this Knight of Swords, and somebody does react. Again, there is a reaction, because this Knight of Swords is a swift moving energy that I feel like is coming in hot for a reason. And then underneath that, the Hermit, we have the Five of Wands. So there could be contention and drama and arguments, and it could even be unnecessary arguments. This can also be competition too. So if there is a third-party situation going down, it's almost like there's some kind of showdown happening. Now, for those of you where there is not a third-party situation, again, there is an imbalance that's taking place, though. And this Queen of Wands is a highly directed, highly charged, passionate energy that's charged right after this Ace of Swords. So it's like high passion and high logic. That's momentum. That's very powerful and creative energy, and it will be very beneficial. But I feel like it's going to be a huge gamble, and it could be even like creating some controversy or even some self-doubt going on. But there is this feeling of contention and controversy going on. It's directly underneath the Hermit too, which is also like a reminder to stand in your truth again. So in a situation where there's some honest introspection done, perhaps there's a situation where somebody has really found truly what they want. They're making a decision and bringing a situation to to a head, or making a commitment perhaps. And because they've done all this introspection, the decision creates a whole bunch of reaction, because there are people who are upset and disappointed. There could be disappointment with the family perhaps, or among friends. There could be drama, but somebody is standing in their truth too. That could be happening for some of you. So let's clarify and see what we've got going on. Please clarify this Temperance card here for Cancer, for love, for February 2018. Okay. So yeah, on top of this, the Temperance, we have the Ten of Swords. Some of you may be dealing with a situation where somebody has truly broken your heart or stabbed you in the back, or there's been some betrayal, or you find out about a third-party situation. It could be, again, this is general reading, so that energy could go either way. It could be somebody finding out about you or you finding out about somebody, but this is highly charged energy that I feel like is attributed to fire energy. So for those of you, perhaps there are some of you who've been dealing with a fire sign who find out some information or feel backstabbed by them. Please clarify this. Two of Pentacles. Or somebody may have walked away on the decision that they needed to in order to get their life in order. Like somebody could, if you were dealing with a Sagittarius, they may very well have ended things in order to try and get their life in order or get their stuff together. And that could be what happened there. And on this Two of Pentacles, we have the Judgment card. So again, if there is a third-party situation going on, that comes out. This Judgment is like a forced spiritual growth. So it is it's a momentous event, and a lot of the time with the Judgment comes the truth. You know, the truth comes out, and it's called to judgment. But it's also not necessarily an external process. It can also be an internal process where you have to face the truth of something too, or face the facts of something that comes to light. Please clarify this Knight of Swords here for Cancer. Okay, that one wanted to pop, so let's see. Yeah, again, we have the Queen of Wands. Some of you are definitely dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Saggy, or somebody who has a lot of fire in their chart, and it's on top of this Knight of Swords. So this is very swift-moving, fast-moving energy, but it cuts to the quick. For real, there could be a lot of arguments going on, too, or a lot of anger. Because see how this fire, like, she's beautiful, but there's a lot of fire. Like, you don't want to piss that lady off. And there could be some real contention going on, or there has been some real contention and passion, and it's kind of like somebody needs a break. Especially because there's hardly, for Cancer's reading, there's, like, you're only right here. And it's a very positive card, so I'm looking to see what's happening, but I don't see a lot of water going on. Please clarify this Hermit here for Cancer, for love, for February 2018. What is this Hermit card? Okay. Yeah, Queen of Cups on top of the Hermit. So some of you may be literally dealing with two different people. It could perhaps be a fire sign, and the other may be a Virgo, perhaps. And that Queen of Cups energy, I feel like, is you, where there is somewhere where your heart belongs. It's like there is there's some self-love going on too. You may be feeling like you need to step away from a situation for some self-love, since that's on that Hermit. If you're not dealing with a Virgo, that is some self-love message there, because if you are dealing with a Virgo, though, it could be that you've already made kind of your decision about where your heart lies, but there's some difficulty or some drama or some heartache going on around what has happened or how it's happened. Please clarify this Nine of Cups here for Cancer, for love, for February 2018. What is this Nine of Cups here? But I do feel like there's an offer too. And then the Ten of Pentacles on top of this Nine of Cups. So I do feel like there is an offer that's made. And there's some real positive, solid energy here. This is emotional and financial happiness. So there is stability with someone. There is an established, like, you know that there is, you already know it would be good with this person. You already know you could make this work with this person. But perhaps there's another person around who is perhaps drawing you away or drawing your attention away. Because there is somebody here that you already know it's solid. Like, I already know we're good and we got it handled. It could be that you already know that you'd be fine on your own, too. That could be that acknowledgement as well. But this is success, and it's like emotional fulfillment and financial fulfillment. So there's not really any fear, not really a whole lot of fear there or anything like that. It's like, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm okay either way kind of energy. Please clarify this Queen of Wands here for Cancer, for love, for February 2018. What is this Queen of Wands about here? Please clarify this Queen of Wands here for love. Ace of Cups on top of the Queen of Wands. It could be that perhaps there was some heartache, or perhaps somebody was unfaithful. Perhaps there was someone who was unfaithful, and this is a reconciliation happening, or a second chance happening. But it could be too that some of you are weighing your options, because it feels like some of you already know that this situation would be all right. It's kind of like you want to see what would happen with this situation. I don't know if that makes sense to some of you, but I feel like there's a duality here. It's kind of like you're being forced to be honest with yourself about what it is that you truly are drawn to, and maybe you don't know. Maybe you have to discover that a little bit. Because this Ace of Cups on top of this Queen of Wands is talking about a new beginning in love that I feel like is on top of this intense passion. And you've got Queen of Wands. There's fire everywhere here. But there is this need for self-love. There's been some hurt. There's been some pain. Perhaps this fire sign betrayed you maybe at one point in the past. Maybe it's like you're willing to work through it and get through it. Like you know you'd be okay. But maybe you're afraid to take that step. I don't know. Let's see. Please clarify this Ace of Swords here. Or maybe in order to take that step, you're demanding complete truth. That could be what it is too. Please clarify this Ace of Swords here for love, for Cancer, for February 2018. What is this Ace of Swords about here? Okay. The Sun on top of this Ace of Swords. So it's kind of like making a decision about what is truly going to make you happy. There is a lot of fire here. So some of you have a very strong tie with this fire sign. It could perhaps be a Leo too, because with this Sun card, that definitely, with this Queen of Wands and that Sun card, that screams Leo out to me. And it's this, on top of this Ace of Swords, which is cutting down to the truth of it. It's cutting to the quick of it. It's getting down to the bottom of it. Like, what's the truth of it? When I really boil it down, what does it all come down to? Well, it comes down to this happiness. It comes down to your happiness. It really only comes down to what makes you happy. And that's what's coming through here, is this, like, I feel like that's what this Judgment card is all about, is this awakening of it really only does come down to what truly makes you happy. That's all it really comes down to. Because it's like it's finding our happiness is what's raising everybody's vibrations and frequencies anyways. This happiness and love and joy, that's what it is. And so it really does boil down to what truly makes you happy. So let's see what this Five of Wands is about. Please clarify this Five of Wands here for Cancer, for love, for February 2018. What is this Five of Wands about here? Please clarify this Five of Wands here for February 2018. What is this Five of Wands about here? Please clarify this Five of Wands here. No? Please clarify this Five of Wands here for Cancer, for love, for February 2018. What is this Five of Wands about here? Doesn't want to come out. What is this Five of Wands about here for Cancer, for love, for February 2018? Okay, here we go. You've got the Knight of Swords and the Hierophant on top of this Five of Wands. So there is definitely some drama going down. It could be that some of you are going against what is expected of you, or what perhaps you believe the expectations. Perhaps some of you were actually going through some real spiritual shifts where you could be perhaps changing your perspective on things that have always existed in your mind as far as religion goes, and perhaps your perspective is shifting. But I feel like what is really going down is somebody's making a decision of what truly makes them happy. It's kind of saying to hell with it as this Knight of Swords and going after what it is that they truly want, regardless of the drama, the Five of Wands and that drama, regardless of what anybody says, I don't care anymore. I'm going after what I really want because I really don't care. Nobody else really matters. It's kind of that decision that even if there's contention among family and things like that, or social expectation, or it's going against what is expected perhaps, or really going with somebody's actual truth, but they're going after what they want. And this Hierophant here, again, could be representative of higher institutions. So it could be somebody really paying attention. Again, on a spiritual level, things could be really shifting for them and they're paying attention to their truths. Also can represent moving a relationship to the next level. But I really feel like it is somebody who is going against maybe perhaps what their family expects of them. Or there's some sort of standard that they're supposed to live up to, that I feel like they make a conscious decision to go after their own happiness rather than sticking to something that doesn't truly make them happy, perhaps. So let me know what's going on with you. That was a really pretty cool reading. So I hope to be able to hear if that resonates with some of you, and I will speak with you soon.